The Mughal Empire, an era marked by grandeur and architectural splendor, began its journey in the 16th century. The seeds of this magnificent epic were sown by Babur, a descendant of Genghis Khan and Timur, who set foot on the Indian subcontinent in 1526. Upon his triumph at the First Battle of Panipat, Babur established a dynasty that would shape the face of India for centuries to come. This new empire welcomed a vibrant multicultural society under the reign of Babur's grandson Akbar the Great. Akbar's rule was marked by a profound respect for all religions and cultures. His policies of religious tolerance and cultural amalgamation not only fortified the empire's strength, but also led to its expansion and consolidation. His efforts set the groundwork for a prosperous and harmonious society. With Akbar's death in 1605, the golden age of the Mughal Empire had just begun, leading the way for his successors. The Mughal Empire reached its zenith under the rule of Shah Jahan, a connoisseur of art and architecture. His reign, often referred to as the Golden Age of the Mughals, bore witness to the construction of architectural marvels that continue to stand tall as symbols of Mughal grandeur. Shah Jahan's love for architecture led to the creation of the Taj Mahal, a mausoleum of such exquisite beauty that it is now considered one of the 7 wonders of the world. The Red Fort and the Jama Masjid, too, were erected during his reign, their imposing structures a testament to the empire's wealth and power. Shah Jahan's rule marked a period of unprecedented prosperity and cultural richness. The empire's coffers brimmed with wealth, and its influence stretched far and wide. But as with all great entities, hubris was the empire's downfall. The empire, however, was not destined to sustain its grandeur for long, and the seeds of its decline were sown during Shah Jahan's reign. The Mughal Empire began its descent into obscurity with the ascension of Aurangzeb, Shah Jahan's successor. Unlike his predecessors, Aurangzeb's reign was marked by an austere religious orthodoxy and a militant Islamic policy. This shift in ideology was a stark contrast to the religious tolerance that had characterized the empire until then. Aurangzeb's reign was a time of expansion, but it came at a great cost. The empire's territories stretched from Kashmir in the north to the Deccan in the south, but these conquests drained the royal treasury. The emperor's insatiable desire for expansion led to a series of protracted wars, particularly in the Deccan, which not only strained the empire's resources, but also resulted in the loss of life and property. Under Aurangzeb, the empire's relations with its subjects grew strained. His imposition of the jizya tax on non-Muslims and his destruction of Hindu temples sparked revolts across the empire. The Marathas in the Deccan, the Sikhs in Punjab, and the Rajputs in Rajasthan all rose in rebellion against Aurangzeb's rule. The empire that had once been characterized by its diversity and pluralism was now mired in religious strife and rebellion. The financial crisis was another nail in the coffin for the Mughal Empire. The cost of maintaining the vast empire, coupled with the expenses of war and the declining revenues, put a severe strain on the royal treasury. The empire, once known for its wealth and opulence, was now on the brink of bankruptcy. Aurangzeb's autocratic rule and his failure to address the empire's problems only served to hasten its decline. His successors were weak and ineffectual, lacking both the charm and the military prowess that had marked the reigns of their predecessors. The once mighty Mughal Empire was now riddled with internal strife, rebellion, and financial instability. By the time of Aurangzeb's death in 1707, the Mughal Empire was a shadow of its former self, with its downfall inevitable. The seeds of decay had been sown, and the empire was on a downward trajectory from which it would never recover. The once mighty Mughal Empire met its end in the mid-19th century, a victim of its own excesses and external invasions. The empire, which had once stretched across the Indian subcontinent, found itself grappling with internal strife, political instability, and economic decline. The last Mughal emperor, Bahadur Shah Zafar, was more a poet and an aesthete than a leader of men. His reign was marked by British interference, and he was eventually deposed during the Indian Rebellion of 1857. The rebellion, also known as the Sepoy Mutiny, marked the end of the Mughal rule. Zafar was exiled to Rangoon by the British, who took complete control of the region, marking the beginning of direct British rule in India. The Mughal court, once the epicenter of culture and power, was reduced to a relic of its former self. Thus, the Mughal Empire, once a beacon of power, wealth, and culture, faded into the annals of history, leaving behind a legacy that continues to captivate us.